Hello learners, so welcome you all in this video. Here we'll cover the various definitions of the electromagnetism. So what basically electromagnetism is? It is the study of electrical field on the magnetic and vice versa. So that is called the electromagnetism. So here we'll cover various definitions related to electromagnetism, like the concept of MMF, magnetomotive force, flux, flux density, reluctance, permeability, and field strengths. So let us see one by one. So here we can see the basic magnetic circuit. We can call it as a solenoid, right? The solenoid is nothing but a number of turns wounded on a air core or iron core. This winding is connected to the battery source. So as soon as the supply is given to this coil, it produces magnetic field around it. So this is called the solenoid. So here the magnetomotive force, just like we have defined electromotive force, which is a force causing electrons to move. So magnetomotive force, similar to that, it is also an force which is responsible for the flow of flux or the generation of flux. So this MMF will cause the flux to flow or flux to generate, and this flux will travel through the air or the core. This MMF can be given by MMF is the product of number of turns of the coil and the current flowing through the coil. So that is MMF is equal to N into I. So that will be measured in ampere turns, which is called AT, where N is the number of turns of the coil and I be the current flowing through the coil, as I said. The MMF is similar to EMF in electrical circuit. So this is called the magnetomotive force, which is responsible for the production of magnetic flux in the magnetic circuit. Then second, magnetic flux. As we have seen, this magnetomotive force is producing the flux. This flux is nothing but the total number of line of force in a magnetic field. What did I say? The total number of magnetic line of force in a magnetic field. So these are what the line of force producing, and which is always flowing from the north pole towards the south pole. So this is called the flux. It is denoted by phi and measured in Weber. W we can write as a unit. 1 Weber is equal to 10 raised to 8 magnetic line of force, as we can see here. Then next is a magnetic flux density. It is simply the flux per unit area. The magnetic flux density is nothing but the flux per unit area, which is measured in a plane perpendicular to the flux, and it is defined as the flux density. It is denoted by capital B and measured in Tesla, or we can write T. So as per the definition, we can write magnetic flux density as B is equal to flux by A, that is phi by A, and measure in Tesla. So this is called magnetic flux density. Next term is the reluctance. Reluctance is defined as the opposition to the flow of flux in a material. What? It is the opposition to the flow of flux. Just like we have defined resistance, which is the opposition to the flow of current. Similarly, here in magnetic circuit, there is a reluctance. It is similar to electrical resistance, as I said. It is denoted by S, capital S, and measured in ampere turn per Weber, AT by WV. So mathematically, it is expressed as S is equal to KL by A, where K is the constant of proportionality, L is the length of magnetic circuit in meter, and A be the area of cross section in meter square. So this is how we can calculate the reluctance of the magnetic circuit. The constant K is the reciprocal of absolute permeability, that is K is equal to 1 by mu, and if you substitute in the above equation, so we will get S is equal to 1 by mu A. And again we know mu is equal to what? Mu 0 into mu r. So we get S is equal to 1 by mu 0 mu r A. So this is the reluctance formula. Again, the reluctance can also be defined in terms of ratio as a mmf to the flux. That is nothing but Ohm's law of magnetic circuit. Just like we have defined Ohm's law for electrical circuit, V is equal to IR, that is EMF is equal to current into resistance. So here is same, the mmf is equal to reluctance into flux, or therefore reluctance is equal to mmf divided by flux. So this we can call Ohm's law of magnetic circuit. Next term is the permeability. It is simply defined as the ability of the material to carry flux line. Ability of the material to carry flux line. If the material is more able to carry the flux line, we can say good permeability. If the material doesn't allow to carry the flux line, we can say bad permeability. If the material allows the flux to carry easily, as we can say, the material will have high permeability, and vice versa. Iron, steel, etc. will have high permeability, and wood, plastics will have low permeability. As we can see, iron and steel can easily attracted by the magnetic field, so there will be high permeability. Wood and plastic will not get attracted towards the magnetic field, so it will have low permeability. Now permeability will be of absolute permeability, relative permeability, and permeability of free space. So let us see one by one. Now what is absolute permeability? It is the ratio of magnetic flux density in a particular medium to the magnetic field strength which produces that flux density is defined as the absolute permeability of that material. It is given by, denoted by mu and measured in Henry per meter, capital H by M. So as per this definition, it is the ratio of magnetic flux density to the magnetic field intensity for the particular medium. So mu is equal to V by H, or we can write V is equal to mu H, measured in Tesla for flux density, and for permeability it is H by M, Henry per meter. Permeability of free space or the vacuum. It is the ratio of flux density and magnetic field strength in the free space or vacuum. So as per this ratio, we can write mu 0. The permeability of free space is denoted by mu 0. So mu 0 is equal to V by H in vacuum or air. Right? The value of mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 H by M. Here it should be V0. The next is relative permeability. It is defined as the ratio of flux density in particular medium to the flux density in air or vacuum by the same magnet. So we can write mu r is equal to V by B0. Flux density in particular medium, V to the flux density in vacuum. So that is B0 with same magnetic field intensity, that is H. So mu r is equal to V by B0. The expression for mu, expression for permeability. As we know, V is equal to mu H for given medium and V0 is equal to mu 0 H for air or vacuum. So we can substitute this value in the relative permeability equation. That is mu r is equal to V by B0. So V here mu H and V0 from here mu 0 H. So H is, which is a constant for both the material, so H will get cancelled and mu is equal to mu 0 mu r. So this is how we can write the mu is equal to mu 0 mu r. This is the required expression for the permeability of a medium in terms of the relative permeability of the free space or vacuum. For certain materials like nickel, iron and alloys, the permeability can be very high, around 10 lakhs, around 1 lakh or above, right? And the last one is magnetic field strength. The magnetic field strength at a point in a magnetic field is defined as the force experienced by a unit north pole placed at that point in the magnetic pole. See, there is a magnetic field, and at a point P in the magnetic field that we want to define magnetic field strength. So that point P, at what magnetic field that the strength that point P will feel. So that is what the magnetic field strength. Higher the value of force, stronger will be the field. It is measured in ampere per meter A by M or Newton per meter N by W. Newton per Weber, sorry, or ampere turns per meter AT by M. The magnetic field strength H, which is denoted by H, which is given by ampere turns per length of the length in meter. It is also called magnetic field intensity. So this is how the definitions or various concepts related to electromagnetism. So in the next video we'll have another topic based on electromagnetism. So thank you for watching it.